Hello. Okay, now, before I start, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, or maybe just one question. How many of you are familiar with this word, Sappurisa? Those who have never heard of the word before, first time you see it on advertisement, first time you see it on a poster, first time you see it anywhere. Raise your hand. Wow, really? All of you? Most of you. The students here, the teachers here, all must have heard of this word before, yes? Do you know the significance? This word is very significant. I mean, look, I spent like a week doing research on the necessary material for this because this is a critical term. Very important, okay? Now, today's talk will cover the following topics. What is a Sappurisa? Why is it important to recognize one? How do you tell? Are you one? Hey, don't be so modest lah. Maybe you are, right? So you will know at the end of the talk. Because at the end of the talk, I will come back to this question. So if you feel that you meet the criteria, you kakalai, okay? Put up a hand. Kakalai. Okay? No lah, don't be so modest lah. Now, I mentioned earlier, Sappurisa is an extremely important term. In fact, when I went to the Suta Central and typed in the word Sappurisa, over 100 discourses. Now you just think about it. Buddha, why would Buddha spend so much time talking about a Sappurisa if it's not important? Actually more, I stopped counting. So what is the definition of a Sappurisa? The word literally, Purisa means human, a person. Suppressor literally means a higher person. But your poster cannot say a higher person. People wouldn't quite understand what does that mean. In my terminology, I will say above national average person. For those of you who are familiar with my lingo, you are a way above national average person. Because most of us are national average, right? So if you're above national average on a good day, you are a good person. But if you're way above national average on most days, makes you Sappurisa. Okay? Now, this word, a Sappurisa, is often used to describe the four pairs of Aryas. You know, the word Arya means noble person. It's a terminology. It means the saints, the stream enterer. Why four pairs? Because it's path and fruit. Path means the saint who knows how to practice. The way to practicing correctly is a path. Experiencing the benefits and the results of attaining to that state is the fruit. So the stream enterer, first level, once returner, second level, never returner, 去了不回来了. Never returner is the third level, and finally the Arahant. Okay, and for each one, 2 sets. A talk on the Aryas is a separate day. Today, you just have the idea. The word is often used to describe the four pairs of Aryas. But, Arya and Sappurisa are not identical words. Meaning, if you are a bona fide Arya, real one 不是冒牌货啦，不是自己讲的啦 the real thing. If you are a real Arya, you will be a Sappurisa. If you are a Sappurisa, if you are a Suppressor, you may not necessarily be an Arya. May not be. Okay? It's not identical. Meaning, it doesn't say, in our context, if someone say you are a PhD holder, you must be a doctor, right? But as a doctor, you may not be holding a PhD, right? You understand? 懂了吗？后面不懂啊，我再讲多一次。So in my class, when I ask a question, you must be compelled to reply. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Like that. Okay? Now, the reason why a Suppressor may not be an Arya is because you can have the qualities of a Suppressor, only the qualities, but you don't have the enlightened. You're not enlightened. It's possible. You have seen very good people, very lovely people, who are just simple people. Simple, they don't necessarily, they may not even be a religious person. You understand? Okay? Later I ask you, got or not? So what's a Suppressor? Now, why is it so important to recognize a Suppressor? Association with a Suppressor is essential and a critical precondition for correct practice. This one 不是我讲的, I didn't say this. Buddha said this. There was a sutta where the Buddha named 4 factors for stream entry. In this life, for all of us, we just try and understand the Dhamma well enough to know that when we die, we come back to the Dhamma. The only way you can guarantee that is you are a stream enterer. If you are a stream enterer in this life, when you die, regardless of how you are reborn, you will come back to the Dhamma. Path or fruit? Path good enough. Okay? So, 4 factors of stream entry. Tonight, because this is Mangala Vihara, I will introduce Pali terms. Get used to it. Okay? After all, this is the language of the Buddha, or at least it's one of the oldest texts. It's the oldest text. You might as well learn something lah. Huh? So memorize the words a bit. You see, Chattari means 4. Sota Pati, stream enterer. Factors. Okay? Angani. Associating with Suppressor ranks as number 1. Then followed by listening to the true Dhamma, proper attention, practicing in line with the teaching. Let me explain a little bit here before we go into the Suppressor proper. Associating, look, how do you learn? If you ask yourself, right, you go into your own experience in life. Your own experience. Don't think about actual talks. You just think about your own life. When you want to learn something, what is the most effective, sure can learn one? How do you guarantee that? Number 1, you must get the material. Number 2, someone who explained it to you, he did it very well. Agree? If you have the correct material and you have a really kilat teacher and you still can't get it, it's not the problem out there. The problem is, I don't know what's going on here lah. But if you're normal, you're an average person, like everyone else, and you have information, and you have the right guidance, you shouldn't get it wrong, right? How many of you can drive? 驾车的, how many? Many of you. If I give you driving instruction with no teacher, can do it? Maybe lah, but Blanca don't know how many people along the way lor. Agree? You think about it. You have a good driving instructor, you know all the techniques, and then you do a bit of reading on your own, blah, 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 blah. You should be quite okay, right? You should pass. But if I give you just the driving code, and I give you all the rules of turning the wheel left, turning the wheel right, 3 times left, 4 times right, I just give you that, and no teacher. You think you can do it? Think about 3-point turn. You have to really langgar many times before you get the turn right. Agree? So can you now understand the importance of that teacher, that person? So if you look at these 4, 1 and 2 are about learning from the outside. The teaching, the teacher, the people, not necessarily a teacher. It may well be a sư兄, someone who is older, someone older in the practice, someone who knows what's going on, someone who is walking with you, but maybe a few steps ahead. That's all. That's all. You don't need the one who will float on water. You don't need that one. Because if you float on water, you can't get him anyway. The other 2, proper attention, practicing in line with the teaching, those are inside. Within you. Your mind must know what to look out for in your experience of the mind and of life. There's a whole lot of proper attention. There's a whole lot of studies there that I have given talks on that. If you're really interested, go into the YouTube and look for it. Okay? Today we're not talking about that. Practicing in line with the teaching is like this. Buddha say 8-fold path. You don't clever reduce to 7, 6, 5. Take discount. You cannot do that. Buddha say 8-fold path. You must know the 8-fold path. You must know what the 8-fold path is about. And you practice exactly as he taught. Now, we know, for those of you who read suttas, sometimes ancient language, translation issue, this one not working very well, somehow you don't quite get it. So you may have the teaching, you don't quite get it. That is where you go and refer to, ask somebody for help, ask a bit of interpretation. It's still the path, but he needs to explain some things. And then, okay, I got it. You got it, you understand, then you must put into practice in daily life. As taught, as understood. Okay? So 3 and 4 is about whether you understand correctly and whether you're prepared to implement the Dhamma in your life. So 4 parts. Tonight, we are going to focus on number 1. This being so important. What I'm going to share with you are all that the Buddha, well, actually not all, one segment of what the Buddha had said about the qualities of a Sappurisa. Okay? Many words. This particular one is from the Suta, but all it is saying is why? You associate with the Sappurisa, you will hear the true teaching. So in this particular case, the Buddha was referring to an Arya Sappurisa. You're very happy, you're very lucky, you're very blessed. You run into the right person who actually understands the path and know what to do. You associate with this person, you will hear the true teaching. When you hear the true teaching, you will practice in line with the teaching. When you practice in line with the teaching, you will know and see for yourself. You will know and see for yourself the exact nature of your body and mind. Disease, boils, darts, seas without anything left over. In everything that happens to you, they come and they will fade away. And you are taught and you train your mind to observe that all conditions arise and cease. When my grasping ceases, continued existence ceases. When continued existence ceases, rebirth ceases. When rebirth ceases, old age and death, sorrow, lamentation, pain, the entire mess of suffering ceases. This lecture on another day. This is just to titillate. Okay. The same thing. Read quickly. Then we can go on to qualities. Okay? Basically, from this, to sum it up, the Buddha was saying, associating with the Suppressor will take you literally to Nibbana. Associating with the Suppressor will help you understand what to do correctly and realize for yourself what is Nibbana. Isn't it beautiful? Ayo. Okay, qualities. Buddha listed. Now, I wanted to point out to you this. You see, we know, intuitively, instinctively, we know an Arya is a Sappurisa, yes? But how you know Arya? The problem is, how do you, he doesn't walk around with a halo leh. Even though the sculpture, the Buddha Rupa all show him with a halo, right? Then if you were to see your Sariputta and Mangala, they all have a halo, right? It's like a, ladies and gentlemen, the halo is coming. But we know in real life there is no halo going around, there's no light bulb floating with him as he walks, as he talks. You don't know that. So you can't tell an enlightened from a non-enlightened from just talking. You can if you stay with him a long time and you begin to get it, but if you are just, you attend a talk, then you sit down, then you listen, then as far as you're concerned, he's just another person talking. Agree? 对不对？是不是这样？哎呦，你们来了吗？都来了吗？ Okay. So it is like that, isn't it? You really can't tell. But actually, the Buddha listed in many suttas, he actually tell you hard criteria, meaning to say that it's observable, quantifiable, it's observable. You must look at behavior reflected in action and speech. You can actually tell, listening to the fella, watching how he behaves, and you can guess. Look, we are not dead. Anybody dead? Everyone is alive. You in your regular life, in fact, I can bet, no need almost bet. I can bet you today, there will be some occasions where you will be judging. Wow, like that one man. Wow, ayo, like that. Ayo, You know the ayo, aya, ayo. Normal human beings judge. Regular person are very critical. It is normal. Yes? Buddha asks you judge. Buddha is telling you, you can see and you can judge for yourself. Okay? So in the same way that you judge the world, you just look. He said, a Sappurisa has good qualities. This is a very important sutta, MN 110. You really want to know more about Sappurisa, read it for yourself. The whole sutta is in Majjhima Nikaya 110. Chula Purnama Sutta. Shorter discourse on the full moon night. We're just one day away from the full moon night. A Sappurisa has good qualities associated with the Sappurisa and has the intentions, counsel, speech, action, views, and giving of a Sappurisa. I will break down all of them. Meaning to say, number one, he has qualities you can find. Number two, he will associate with like-minded people. You will not find a truly good person associating with the scum of the world. They can't connect. They talk different frequency. 933, 958, different frequency. Okay? And they have the intention. Counsel is advice. The way they talk. So the way they are motivated, the way they talk, the way they advise, the things that they say, the views, and even in the way that they give dana, even in the way they give you your birthday present, is a little, you can see and you can tell, okay? Now, what did the Buddha say? Read the bottom one first. How does a Buddha, the bottom one is from Buddha. How does a Suppressor have good qualities? It's when he is faithful, saddha, conscientious, hiri, ottappa. Ottappa is fear, it's moral fear. Now, I took this translation from Ajahn Sujato. It's on Suta Central. Okay? Saddha, conscientious or moral shame, conscience. Ottappa is when you are afraid of what people say. Bahu Sutta is learned, energetic. Viriya is always translated as energetic. I'll explain a bit more. Sati, mindfulness, and Panya, wisdom. Wait, let me see. I can't remember what I do. Oh, okay. Sorry. Reverse. Previous. Now I shall elaborate. Saddha. Now some of you may say, oh, saddha means what? I associate only with a fellow Buddhist. A Buddhist is a Suppressor. No. That you are a Buddhist does not make you a Suppressor. Agree? Though after that say, I say you. Agree? Yes. So why is this word saddha here? Saddha, one has solid saddha. You all know the basic explanation, definition of the word saddha, do you? Are you familiar with the basic definition of saddha? Yes. What is the definition? Faith in what? Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So you all have faith, right? Or most of you would have. Then why are you not? I say, why is it not good enough? So it has to be understood like this. We all have views, right? We all think we know better. You don't agree? You don't know, so dare not answer. In case can you answer? Or, so Singaporean, y'all. What is Singaporean? Ask you a question, oh, shy, cannot answer, dare not say. Say already, lao kui, cannot say. I'm asking you, we all have views, yes? Yes. Whereupon you must say yes, okay? You believe that you know yourself better than another know you, yes? Yes? I mean, who in the world knows you the best? Yourself or your husband or your wife or your children or yourself? You believe you know yourself the best, yes? Okay. Then where does Buddha fit in? If you know yourself the best, and Buddha taught the Dhamma in a certain way, and he tells you to practice in a certain way, and he says this is necessary, and you can realize, then you say, yeah, but I know myself better. Buddha said that if I set the right condition, I will realize, I will enter the stream. Ah, yeah, but I know myself better. You see what I'm saying? So your saddha where? Where is your saddha? Saddha literally means the saddha in the practitioner sense. Saddha means you are prepared to put aside your own assumptions, views, conclusions, whatever you call it. You put aside you. And you allow the teaching, the practice, to come in and rewrite you. Rewrite your operating system using computer lingo. And if I use it incorrectly, you all must, never mind, she's not computer literate. If I use it correctly, can you all be... Saddha requires that you are prepared to rewrite your operating system using the Dhamma. How many of us, first place, how many of us really understand enough? And how many of us are prepared to just let the Buddha or the Dhamma rewrite your operating system? It's very hard. So I kept telling people, yes, you have confidence, but your confidence is conditional upon your agreement. Your confidence, your saddha, is a conditional saddha. If I agree and I understand and I like what I hear, I will take it under advisement. Still must consider. Then, if I test a bit, doesn't work very well, sudahlah, I go find someone else. So, your saddha can be a Takashimaya saddha. Go shopping one. I shop under this teacher, shop under the shop method, shop reading. It must be within your comfort zone. Your saddha is within your comfort zone. Why do I say that? Buddha said, anything negative, purge. Everything positive, proliferate. 你今天做到了吗? When you are angry, 你做不到. When you are happy, of course 做得到. You see what I'm saying? That's why the saddha, our saddha, is not good enough. Because our saddha cannot pass master. Cannot pass this guy. And if this guy is lowly, your saddha is at that level. If this guy is very Sappurisa, the saddha is at his level. Do you understand? So this Buddha says he has the quality of saddha. Then you say, like that, how to see? Wait. Conscience can see or not? When a person has no conscience, can you tell? Of course you can tell. All our genetic code is programmed to protect us. As long as you are alive and you are a normal human being with an IQ of at least 110, even lower, never mind, 90, 80, 不要紧. Chances are you can still tell when someone has no conscience. You can be bluffed, you can be misled for a while, but you can tell at some point. Agree? So this one can tell?
Yes.
Can use?
Yes.
Teo. Hiri. Now, Ottappa. When someone encourages you to do bad, when someone encourages you to fight back, when someone encourages your loba and dosa to proliferate, and then you say, yeah, but not very nice, right? People would say. Then you say, and the guy says, don't worry. Who dare to say? That is no Ottappa. Ottappa is not listening to public opinion. Don't mistake, huh? Do not be mistaken. Ottappa is not about listening to public opinion. Ottappa is a fear of doing wrong, but this fear is governed by external factors. For instance, number 1, the law. Number 2, karma. The laws of karma. If you are governed by the laws of karma, your conduct, your speech, the way you think, if they are governed by the laws of karma, then you have Ottappa. As a Buddhist, we are governed by the Dhamma, the Dhamma, and part of the Dhamma is the belief in the law of karma. So as a Buddhist, you say, I am afraid of the consequences of my choices. I will choose and do the right thing. Then you have Ottappa. But you and I know, being national average people, sometimes Ottappa out of the window. Ottappa took a dive. Sometimes, not all the time. Like when people ask me, what about white light? Ottappa. White light means Ottappa out of the window, right? See for yourself, hear for yourself, observe behavior in the way that the person talks. Does he have a conscience? Does he have moral restraint? based on understanding and fear of, say, the law of the karma, respect for the laws of the land, respect for the laws of the land. The laws, if you have no respect, speeding, then police come, oh, then bluff, no lah, where got speed? You know lah, at that point you know Sappurisa lah, down the drain. So if you want to be, if you aspire to be, and you hold yourself to the qualities laid down by the Buddha, you will be respectful of other people, of social morale, of laws of the land, of laws of karma, that sort of thing, okay? Now, Bahu Sutta. Then you say, oh, Mangala Vihara scholars, Bahu Sutta ma? You see, we use the word learned. Learned in the Dhamma. That you read a lot does not necessarily make you learned. You read already, nothing goes in, nothing gets retained, nothing gets practiced. Learn what? It has to be, the person has to be knowledgeable, but at the same time, it's life knowledge. Knowledge that comes alive as a matter of practice. Okay? Viriya is the one I want to emphasize. Buddha used this word very specifically. And Viriya goes like this, 4 parts. Memorize. I now speak the 4 parts. Then after I finish talking, your turn. Repeat back to me the 4 parts. Okay? Yeah? Number 1. When akusala is not present, don't let it come up. When akusala is present, jam it, kick it out, purge. Okay? Number 3, when kusala is not present, bring it up. When kusala is present, proliferate. Okay? I know Yan Yan gave the what? Pack, P-A-C-K, right? I must, your help, your help. Pack to prevent. When akusala is not present, prevent akusala from coming up. P. A is to abandon. Okay? If akusala is there, abandon it. I like to use the word purge, more impactful. Kick it out, evict. Okay? C, create. If kusala is not present, you must generate, create. P-A-C. And the last one, keep. If kusala is present, you proliferate, you keep. Okay? Now you repeat back to me. What's number 1? Prevent. I give you clue. Number 1 is? Prevent. Number 2? Abandon. Number 3? Create. Number 4? Works, huh? Now, why so niao? Why must it be in this sequence? And this is very serious, huh? Buddha, know this. In all the suttas that the Buddha taught, you must remember the sequence and you learn it by the sequence. There is a reason for it. And now I'm going to explain to you the reason. If you are a true Sappurisa, a practitioner, if you're a real practitioner worth your salt, there shouldn't be even akusala in the mind. It shouldn't be there. That is why the first one says prevent. There shouldn't be any akusala present. So you must prevent. You see that? Normal human person, akusala, I would say, do you know what's akusala, right? I happily talk, I forgot to ask you guys. How many people know what's akusala? Okay, akusala. Okay. I teach you to remember. Aku, salah. Can you remember? meaning unwholesome. Everything negative. You jealous, you angry, you lazy, you fed up, you a bit restless, you worry. They are all aku salah. Okay? And kusala is the opposite. You're kind, you're generous, you're considerate, they're all kusala. So, remember, akusala, actually, Pali is very simple. Kusala is the original. Then you put a there means no. So, kusala means it's wholesome. You put a there is un. No. Okay? A good person, a really good person, there is no negativity in the mind. So that's why his first duty is don't let them come up. Whereas a normal, regular person, in out kusala, most of the time is akusala, neutral. Agree? The normal, regular person, if you are not akusala, you're quite okay. I'm okay. But you see what the Buddha said? If you are a practitioner, 24/7, 365, nice 4D number. Many numbers. 24/7 or maybe 16 because you are the other 8 hours you're asleep. 16/7, 365. Buddha expect that you are kusala. You must be kusala. Because the last one of the pack, it says keep. Actually, the word that he used was proliferate. Let it flow, let it grow. So, you're a practitioner worth your soul, there should be a smile on your face. Because at all times, you're feeling at peace. It should be like that lah. Should be lah. Aspire, should be. Okay? So, energetic is energetic to protect your wholesomeness. Okay? Mindful, I was just explaining some friends here. Mindful is not just aware. If you do like robot like that, like Tai Chi, that's not mindful. That's aware, but this is not sati of the Buddha style. Sati is mindful, aware of the Dhamma. If your sati only rests on your body and mind, and up and down, up and down, up and down, that's why you are not still angry, ma. To be really practicing the Buddha's way of sati, mindful awareness, the clarity of the mind to remember and know the Dhamma, and you correlate. At all time, if you are practicing according to the Buddha's method, there is an awareness of the Dhamma. Awareness of the Four Noble Truths, awareness of the Tilakkhana, awareness of conditionality, awareness of mortality. All these things. So, when your mind is aware, right, at that point when it becomes, it's mindless, aware, right? Is this correct? Am I describing your mind correctly? Yeah. Oh, I like that. Very good, very good. Now you echo louder, okay? Generally, the regular mind will just float, drift, float, then boom, aware. Then split second later, off again, right? Faring afar, right? Okay. Now, when you are aware, at that time, if you are aware of aware, not good enough. Aware of aware, then what? Then quickly take the aware of aware to Four Noble Truths. Okay, what did the Buddha say about the Four Noble Truths? Like that. Well, I'm teaching you how to practice. Just aware, faring, aware. Then, okay, impermanent. 1 minute not aware, 1 minute aware, impermanent. No craving, happy. Like that. 真的是这样的。你不要then aware, then see hand. What's the point? You see hand already, then you faring near, faring far, lor. Off you go, lor. You see what I'm saying? So that is why Satipatthana, what does it end with? Mindfulness of the Dhamma. You always come back to the Dhamma. That's mindful. So, I'm not talking about the last one yet. A Sappurisa has faith. He's prepared to put aside his own habits, instincts, views, and he pack it with the Dhamma. Buddha say he will do exactly. He tries very hard to be a good man. He allowed his conscience to govern him, meaning he allowed restraints to prevent him from hurting others. And while hurting others, he'll hurt himself. He will constantly keep in touch with the Dhamma, Bahu Sutta. He will be very careful about keeping the mind wholesome. And at all times, he is mindful of the Dhamma. Mindful of the Dhamma. And with all these, the wisdom will grow. Okay? That's why Panya is the last one. With all these done as follows, the wisdom will increase. This is one of 8. Next, friends that he keep. How does a Sappurisa associate with Sappurisa? This individual, if you are a good person, you will associate with someone like-minded. Someone who is completely opposite of this. Fellow has no conscience, the fellow is completely pragmatic and materialistic. You say, let's go listen to Dhamma talk. He say, talk what? What for? Waste time lah. I now go play computer game. That's a good one. If he says, I now go to Marina Bay Sands. Okay, you know what it means, huh? He allowed, the part about energetic virya, the regular person allowed the mind to do whatever it wants to do. You think about it. On a day when you are not feeling particularly wholesome, then people say something, why you look like that? What? Not nice, Or your friend very Sappurisa, your friend very Sappurisa, right? So on a day you don't feel so good, then the friend say, today you look very nice. Other days are not nice, meh? Okay? What should you say? As a Sappurisa, what must you say? Thank you. Very kind of you to say that. Sincerely. Not very kind of you to say it. Okay? And your mind goes back to the Dhamma. Have you ever thought about this? Sometimes when your mind wander off, then, let's go read Dhamma. Then, don't want, I'm very tired today. Ever happen? Honest. Yes. God, yes. You know, on that occasion, at that point, your Sappurisa score is okay, a bit low a bit low. Okay. Intention doesn't hurt himself, hurt others, hurt both. You see how precise the Buddha was, You think about it. Normally we say hurt ourselves, hurt others, full stop. Good enough, ma? No, actually there are 3 types of circumstances. There are the ones where you hurt yourself. For instance, you feel like indulging. So you go and gamble, happily, ka-ting, ka-ting, you go and gamble. Hurting who? Self, okay? Hurt others is, you come and join me to ka-ting lah. And then you don't ka-ting. Okay, you went off and you do your Dhamma reading while he ka-ting. Hurt who? Hurt others. And then two of you sit side by side, ka-ting, ka-ting. Hurt who? Hurt together. So Buddha, you can say that he was very pedantic or whatever, he's very particular. But hurt others, hurt yourself. It always starts with hurt yourself, hurt others, hurt both. And you must know, in the circumstance, the events of your life, which part of the 3 is that? And the 4th one is, neither hurt yourself nor hurt others. That's our way. Whatever that you do, don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others. Okay? So your intention. Now, intention hard to read, right? I understand. But earlier on, I gave you quite a few qualities that you can see. Okay? There are more. Next. How does a Suppressor offer counsel? Same thing. Doesn't hurt themselves. Okay, now let me explain a little bit. A little bit more on this. Wise advice calms people. Comfort, heal, reconcile, mollify. Wise advice must calm down akusala. If your advice leads to Serangoon street fight, but most time it's not Serangoon street fight lah. Most time it's something a little bit milder lah. People say, my boss are not very nice to me. Yeah lah, he's not very nice. You not Sappurisa, because you're instigating him to get more and more angry. So what should you do? Why do you feel that way? If he's a fellow practitioner, having this kind of a mind with this kind of anger is just going to increase the state. He's not a practitioner, you tell him, what's the point of thinking so much about it? You think, it's just going to hurt you more. Let go. He must have his reason. Something like that. Not here, he always take advantage of you. Yeah, he always take advantage. Not just you. We all also, he take advantage. See liao. Proliferation of akusala, hurt him, hurt me, hurt both. Agree? It's easier said than done most time. I know. Why do you think the practice is not easy? So easy, no need practice, ma. So easy is life. But what are we doing this for? Because we want to be happy, right? So we have to change the wiring here lah. Okay? Next. Refrain from speech. This is two parts. Up there is one, down there is the second one. Wholesome speech only, right action. Okay. Now, 4 parts. This is Bhante Sujato's translation. Refrain from false speech. Refrain from false speech. You think want to be Suppressor so easy? White lie also can. Cannot. The mind is very clear. Something that's not factually correct, don't go there. The mind gets fuzzy. So for him, he is no false speech. No speech that divide people. No scolding words. Nonsensical, this is sampapalapa. And very often, depending on who is translating, they could gossip, frivolous talk. Here he translated it as nonsensical talk. So people will say, oh, nonsensical. I don't speak nonsensical, it's okay. Actually, it means any talk, for the monks, it is that level. Any talk that is not Dhamma, they don't talk for their practice. Okay? So for the Suppressor, you want to talk to him about eating lah, shopping lah, do all kinds of funny engagements lah. He's not interested. Or you go to him and you tell him about your life and you eating lah, you shopping lah, his mind also shut down. Okay? This, can you tell? Yes.
I don't have such friends or.
Wow, all Suppressor, huh?
No, I have such friends that don't talk nonsense.
Ew. Never mind, join the Dharma crowd. Now, the bottom one, the action of Suppressor it's easier. But I'm talking about these 2 levels. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more here. You look at speech. You cannot not be able to tell. The words have already come out. You can go wrong guessing people's intention. Agree? 是吗？是哦。You can go wrong guessing intention. But something that you hear, a scolding word, you can go wrong, meh? You mean, a scolding word can be masked as softly spoken. For instance, wow, you like that, huh? Now you can tell, right? That's not nice. You see what I'm saying? You can be really harsh in the harshness scale 5. Got fire, got all kinds of blood and gore. And then many funny words appear in different dialect. You can imagine that time, right? Those are the fierce ones. Those are the harshest of the harsh, score of 5. But you can also have a score of 1 and it's still not nice. I tell you, you are not as smart as you think you are. 是不是这样呢？是不是呢？ Like that not nice, right? This is harsh speech on a scale of actually 5 but mask. It's really not nice, isn't it? Can you not tell, seriously? Are you unable to assess for yourself when someone is not nice? So look, if the person has a hot temper, we like to make excuses. We like the person, he's very funny, then he's very generous. Then when he's on a good day, he's very nice. But oh man, he swear words, invented new ones. And new ones are very colorful ones, very colorful, very graphic. And so what do? We make excuses. We say, actually, he's not bad lah. Deep down, he's very good. Right now, he's angry, you can't tell. We say things like that, right? We make excuses. I'm not saying that you will then, hey, he's not good. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, look, be honest to yourself. When a person hits out at another, does he care about the other person? Does he feel the pain of the other person at the receiving end? He doesn't. So no matter what it is, one who caused pain to another is not a nice person. You can say, oh, it doesn't happen all the time. At that time, he's not nice. Don't make excuses, except, oh yes, we are all human. We all have to work through our anger. So for ourselves, Buddha's Dhamma is always back to here, number 1, here. For ourselves, then you must know. If you say you have a temper law, what to do, genetic, fix it. My father angry, my mother angry, of course I angry ma. Fix the problem. Because your problem hurts others and hurts yourself. You will never float to the Suppressor level if you don't try to fix. Then some people will say, yeah, but very hard. You want to be Suppressor very easy, meh? Very easy application only, ma. Of course it's hard. It's harder than get a ticket for the NDP. Leh. It's very hard. You understand, okay? Now, this thing about action, you look at it and you say, oh, no killing, no stealing, I save. No committing sexual misconduct, I save. This one very low bar already. Buddha was very kind. Got higher bar one. No killing, but did you save life? Did you give life? Did you help people? When someone fall in front of you, did you help this person up? So as you graduate up the ladder of helpfulness, then you are higher and higher in the Suppressor scale. Okay? Some smart elect will say, yeah, but what if he's a very nice man, he's always giving, blah, 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 but his mouth very bad. Then discounted, all discounted. Here I save you, there I smack you, there I help you, there I smack you. Like that, lor. Now I ask you, you think about it. You always go back to yourself. You think about it. The person helped you. He's very nice to you. He's always buying you breakfast. But he always shells you. When he's in the bad mood, he shells you. You like or not? Yeah, I eat his breakfast. But it's okay lah, he shells, it's okay, tomorrow I got breakfast to eat. Do you like it? No, right? No, right? Who would take that kind of exchange? I eat your breakfast, I kena shell by you. Then after shelling already, we go for dinner. Then tomorrow I shell again. Who don't mind? Who is perfectly okay with this exchange? Now you look around. Nobody. Nobody means what? Nobody means when you were doing the shelling and then you were buying the breakfast, also no taker. At some point, all your breakfast kaki has gone off. They all floated away. Okay? Now, just one more little fun one before I go off to the next one. You think about it. Easier to buy breakfast or easier to not scold? Money only ma. If your father owned the porridge shop, even better. It's only money, right? Tell you the hardest part is this mouth, man. When you picture. 对了，就是这样，这样才有 standard. And the divisive one is not easy either. You will think that, no, I never go and divide people. If you talk, if let's say you complain, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, he's always saying things like that. That's divisive. Can you imagine? You have no intention of dividing A from B. You only want to ventilate. By the way, that's a correct word. You only wanted to ventilate. And so you go tell and complain to another, he said this, he said that. People are agitated. We are kena already, divisive speech. Then you say, oh, I cannot talk. You mean you only talk like this? Of course, there's so many things to talk about. The point is, don't focus on the fault of another. Okay, next, 7. How does a Sappurisa have the view of Sappurisa? This part, the reason why I took from Ajahn Ajahn Sujato is because I like this translation. It is clear, it's easy to read. If you were to translate very literally from the Pali words, it's actually hard to understand what the Buddha was talking about. But you must understand, Dhamma has a context. Buddha was teaching to an audience of his time. He used all the short word terminology. They all knew what he meant. Okay? There is meaning in giving, sacrifice, and offering. Point 1. It means to say, every time you do something good, you do something wholesome, there is value in it. Some people actually believe that there is no value to doing good, then why you bother? They will say like this. When the mind holds to that kind of a view, the person will not, on his own accord, be good, be nice, be decent. Do you understand? Your view leads to how you act. As I said, how you act is founded on beliefs and assumptions. Some beliefs will restrain the akusala and support kusala. If you believe that there is a meaning to doing good, being kind, giving, then you will do it. And you will teach your children, the younger generations. You will teach the younger ones. It's important to do that. You know, my mom used to tell me this. She had an auntie. I tell a bit of story, I take time off, that's sorry. My mom was telling me, she has an auntie, her old grandmother. Her old grandmother used to explain to them, the children, her grandchildren, important to do good, important to give. Giving is good. She didn't know why, she just felt it's the right thing to do. My mom practiced that, and she taught us that. So, old grandmother is no more, right? Long gone. But the value about generosity, about kindness and consideration, help her younger generation to be happy, to be good. We don't know Dhamma. I mean, hello, I didn't born in a family. Dhamma. Don't have. We're born into a normal, practical businessman family. But we at least had that governing principle. Do good, do right, be nice, give. Basic governing principle. It's exactly what the Buddha is saying. So your job as 长老, 长辈, 长 something or other, must, if you teach nothing else about the Dhamma, teach this. Goodness, meaning in goodness. Okay? There are fruits and results of good and bad deeds. This is karma, the law of karma. Now, some people will argue, I can't see past life. Who's talking about past life, next life? I'm talking about this life. You look back into your own life, and if you had always been giving, caring, loving, and the mouth a bit tak koyo one, tak plaster, don't scold all the time. If you are of this kind of a bent, chances are you would be able to stand up and say, yeah, it's right, because when bad things happen, people came to help. Yes?
Yes.
No means what, jalan. My lecture today should have been, what is a not Sappurisa? Yes? When you had done nice things, good things, somehow good things come back to you. Agree? Yes. Agree? Who no agree? Later on you whisper in my ear, okay? Don't agree. You agree, because it has happened. You have seen for yourself. We are not talking about next life, huh? We're talking about this life. So what the Buddha was saying is, do good, do right, because it helps. There is an afterlife. This part here, some people don't agree. Some people couldn't quite get it yet. But you tell me, to believe that there is an afterlife will govern your behavior better, or to believe there is no afterlife? Which one? If you believe there is a next one and there are consequences to action, you will restrain. If you don't believe, then too bad, oh, next life worm food. So like that, it's less of a restraint on you, okay? There are duties to mother and father. I will stress this. You see, the two individuals we owe the most to. The fact that you are born and the fact that you lived. Very often, it's the first two fellas that you're born for sure owe to that too. Okay? Owe to that, the father and mother. That you are alive, that you survive the period. And then the everything also want to touch period. That you survive all the periods where you can run off the cliff. It's the vigilance of mother and father. If to these two you cannot show gratitude, how low can you sink? That's all it means. You think about it. Okay? And this one is very important. I tell you, this is what I call early warning indicator. If you know of someone who, say, chuck the parents into the old folks' home and you know the parents have looked after him, he has got no reason to complain, but still he chucked his parents into the old folks' home, I can guarantee you this person is not a nice person. And if you want to make excuses, you are asking for trouble. Know that. I'm talking about extreme case. But you can tie it down to all the other cases, to all the other levels. They have parents, but they don't visit. They have money, but they don't give money. Parent got house to stay, ma. What's my problem? Not my problem. You just tie it like that. All belongs to the category of person is all about himself, has no sense of gratitude. This is a problem. Okay? Moving on. Beings born spontaneously. Okay. It's not important. We go on to the spontaneously, by the way, sorry. This word spontaneously means only two kinds of beings. The one who goes to hell, or goes, or the ones who they are the spontaneous ones. So here, Buddha is also saying another world. Okay? And the last one talks about ascetics and Brahmins who are well attained and practice, who describe the afterlife, the realization of their own insight. It means practitioner, strong practitioner, who are a very good practitioner who understand and see. Okay?
This is something to bear in mind. It merely means a Sappurisa has the views that will restrain his behavior, his conduct, his words. He practiced, he lived a life with some restraint. Okay? This is very cute. The right approach to giving. Give a gift carefully, with their own hand, thoughtfully. They don't give the dregs. They give with consideration for consequences. Okay, let's just put it together. And I'll explain. One shot. How many people would say, when I buy a present for someone, I spend time thinking about it? I don't give leftover. Sometimes, okay, maybe I'm a bit shy, no need to raise hand. Let me just explain. You know yourself. You see, for the people that you most care about, for the people that you most love, when you buy them presents, do you spend a lot of time thinking about it? 想得很久哦，想到很久哦 ，search internet 也是 search 很久哦。Do a lot of things, then you plan, then you hide, then you put sticker, 是不是这样？ Then the ones you don't really care about. You invite me for birthday party for what? Now I got to go buy present. You don't know what you like leh. Give up. 有没有？啊。Case number 1, 你想了很久。Case number 2, you find something useful. Find something 啦 ，find something 啦，对不对？Buddha 是不可以这样。Give with a thought. Give with some thought. Actually, what it means is this: is that you are not caught up with yourself. It basically just means that why would you not spare a thought for someone who spared a thought for you? The person likes you enough to say, I want to spend time with you, come for my birthday. Unless he invited Singapore lah. Then you're one of the people who are attending. But assuming that you were just a few, one of a few, and he said you come, and he said okay lah. If I don't go, paiseh. Paiseh means it's about you, not about him. Then, because you don't really care for him, then whatever lah. Hey, which one left over from Christmas? Something like that. What it means, what really it means, is that you don't care for the person. Your mind is about you, not about him. That's all. So, a Sappurisa, if he is going to attend your party, he will spare a thought for you. He will get you something he thinks you will like. He will try. Because it's about you, not about him. Get it? 就是这样啊。Drinks means Christmas trinkets lah. The one you get from the lucky draw. The recycled gifts. There's a lot of laughter. 你们知道啦，你们知道。Okay, moving on. Now I'm not going to go into details, but just look at it. You look at what he keeps saying. What he kept saying is a Sappurisa is a good person. It's a decent person. Okay, I move on. Many more. There are many. After a while, I get tired. I told you I stopped counting. There are many more like this. Look, Kata Sutta 3.9. 3 qualities. Okay, what 3? Good conduct, body, speech, and mind. This one is summation. Buddha very tired of explaining in detail. I give you summation. Body, speech, like conduct, words, and the thoughts. Pure. Blameless. Blameless deed, number 2. Body, speech, mind, blameless view. These are the overall summing up ones. Okay? Will not act out of greed by body, speech, mind. Live without hate, delusion, aggression. Live rid of hate, delusion, and aggression. How many of us can say we have 0 aggression? Scale of 1 to 10. 10 mean you basically walk around with a parang. Okay, parang a bit no good. Swiss Army knife. hide in your pocket, the big one. The one where you open, it comes out long, then when you close, it becomes shorter. Got or not? Got. How big is the biggest about this length? This is the biggest. So, like that. This is number 10. And you're not afraid of taking it. You flick. You flick like that, right? You can see if I flick, it's going to cut off my fingers. Right? And one being, you push the fella, he just fall for you. Okay? Push over. He's quite happy to be pushed. And he's very soft, very gentle. Extreme. The chances are most of us, depending on circumstances, will hover around 4, 5, 6. A little bit more aggressive, 7. So the Supressor will hover in the other end. Okay? So if you got a hot temper, guaranteed you out of running already. If your temper is really super hot, you're out of running. Okay? 今天不轮到你 number 不摆丢路 These are the qualities that you can use as a guide, meaning to say, these are guides for you. They are what I call the hard qualities. The bad person, ungrateful and thankless. The Sappurisa, grateful and thankful. For the virtuous, only know how to be grateful and thankful. Let me tell you this. We sometimes don't take some of these things very seriously. We assume it's normal. A person say thank you, they're very grateful. Normal. Actually, it depends. Buddha here didn't say grateful, thankful to the people they respect. He got no qualifier here. When a qualifier is required, he will put it in. There is no qualifier here, which means to say you are thankful and grateful to everything and anything. There is a part in you that does not. You do not have any sense of entitlement in any sense of the word. So, I give you example. You like example, right? I give you example. You go to a restaurant. The girl or the guy comes, the server comes and pour you water. Do you feel grateful? Some do. Some is, I give you tip, ma. Most people do not even acknowledge them. The auntie who washes the floor, sweeps the floor, cleans the toilet. If your habit is, yeah, they're there and you move on, then you are national average. If you acknowledge and you feel gratitude, then you almost there. If you don't scold people, you're almost there. It's very cute. We see, or even having gratitude to not just things that you love, but things that sometimes you may not like. For instance, the security guard is very annoying and always asking you very long questions. You don't recognize my face, man. Sorry. What unit? Something like that, right? If you are a decent Sappurisa, because look, I already told you, high above national average. National average will, okay, then you are above national average. But you're not grateful. You're not grateful to be stopped. But you are very high above national. You understand this is his job. He has to do this. And you have metta towards him, and you have respect for him. 睡了咯，丢了咯，就是安尼咯。Get it? So you can tell, you can see. Because when I point this one out, many people will say, we are all grateful people, ma. Yes, in this hall. Everybody in this room, grateful people. Thankful, grateful. Otherwise, you won't be here. The question is, 你的 gratitude 到什么程度? You understand? What degree? What put you above? What makes you different is when you respect all life. It's when you respect And when you feel grateful even for the most subtle things. Now, some people can be very grateful to the fellow out there. But in your own house, when the fellow sitting right next to you, the fellow is annoying you for whatever reason, hard to feel gratitude when your anger is up. See what I'm saying? Your mother who makes you your drink, your father who nags at you, 出去要穿好一点, something like that. Not many people love to be told what to do. So they're not very grateful about the unsolicited advice. But they care. The point is they care. So at least remember that. Now can you tell why it is a bit unusual, a bit different? Huh? Okay, next. Ayo, I must walk faster. Many more. When an astute, competent Suppressor act. Okay, see, Buddha say one, not I say one. Buddha actually said, Sappurisa act wisely, right towards two parents, two people, your parents. So, what's our Chinese takeaway from here? 孝，对。My accent off is it? 孝子啊，孝顺，对。不孝，不好。You laugh at me so hard, man. I'm very grateful for your laughter. Seriously. No, seriously. When a person is obvious, you can tell. This one you can definitely tell. Right? And it can make all kinds of excuses, but you can tell. So if you know, for instance, look, Buddha went home, sat with his father at the end. He's Buddha leh. He's Buddha leh. Sariputta went home, converted his mother. What are you? We are normal human, ma? So therefore, we cannot be 不孝. Otherwise, you're completely out of the running. The moment you put your parent in the old folks, you're out of the running already. 没有资格了，排都不没有排到你，轮都不轮到你。Correct? Yes. I'm practicing. You're my target audience. Okay, next. Observable. Okay? This is very cute. You read it for yourself, because it's very long. And if you understand, raise your hand. If you don't understand, keep it down. Nobody raise hand. Do you understand what this is? Do you understand what it is saying? I will crunch this. Now that you're finished reading, I will crunch this and explain this to you. Again, look at your own life. Yeah? We all have pride. All of us. Very instinctive. Because as long as you have defilements, you will have pride. You have a sense of I. A sense of me, I being different from another. This is just the normal human habits. Agree? And usually, a person with any sense of self-confidence and happy with themselves, a regular person, they will have something that they take pride in. Agree? My husband, my children, my results, my PhD, my jhana, you name it. So here in this particular sutta, it's an entire sutta on Sappurisa. In this sutta, the Buddha detailed one by one the kind of things that people take pride in. And because they were very proud of that, they look down on others. So the two parts here, you taking pride is normal. What is, what makes you not nice is because you are so proud of it, you compare another lowly. And it can happen. Give me an example. I'm Dhamma scholar. 你们不是没有 standard like that. Or you say, I can meditate. I jhana number 59. You not even jhana 1. So no standard. Whatever that you take pride in, already you know the person's not very nice. But we can say other people, we don't say ourselves. So what you must guard against is our own habit, our own mind to compare and then say someone else not good enough. That particular instinct to run somebody down. Sometimes, you see, the more not nice you are, the more you run down. Yes? So someone who spends all his time talking bad about other people, not good enough, 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 not good enough. Right? Someone who does that, you straight away you can tell, not a nice person. Yes? But humans are not so bad, right? Most time they are a little bit better than that. They will just compare a few and they may not compare a lot. And the point he's making, the Buddha was making is, a Sappurisa won't compare. That's the point. A Sappurisa will not say someone else is worse than me. Because. And then this is the one where a lot of us will stumble. Because we can be very nice, we can don't kill, don't steal, don't talk bad, anger, no anger. But we can't help comparing. Comparing per se, it's not great. But when you compare and say you are better, because someone is not as good as you in that, that is where you are national average. So national average person can't help comparing. If you say, I have stopped comparing a long time ago, I stopped doing all these things, and then you Sappurisa. Why is this thing important? This is to help you in your own life. You are looking for a teacher. You're looking for a Sappurisa. When you're looking, what you want to see in a teacher is someone who explains to you the path and the teaching, the method, full stop. And not about how good he is in this or that. And how others are wrong in this, that, and that. You see what I'm saying? This part is basically for our own understanding and our own protection. If the teacher is very similar to you, how can he teach you beyond you, above you? If the teacher is below you, you got no temper, he got. You don't scold people, he scolds. You are very giving, he take everything. And you want to learn from him? 你是怎么了? You know what I'm saying? Then you say, yeah, but he can see past life. Yeah, but then all the other quality, Buddha say, well, no count. All the other qualities. So these qualities, you must know. You are what level? The teacher that you are going to learn from it's not about knowledgeable. You see, there's so many other qualities. It's really about, does he practice what he preach? And we all know for ourselves where we are. Okay? I'm moving on, okay? Moving on. I got time. Almost there. This is the part. See, from the other point comes this point. Keeping only the practice close to their heart, they don't, this is Buddha's words, they don't glorify themselves and put others down. Buddha's way has always been to speak the facts, the Dhamma, what was written in Suta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What was written in the Suta? What is it about the teaching contained in the Suta? Full stop. Okay? Full stop. And then we go from there. Again, for your own protection. Know this. Words from the Buddha. Fair? I move on, huh? You finish reading already? Take it already? Okay. Now I learned to ask this question. In old days I won't ask, I just click. Hey! There's a chorus of protest. Oh, sorry. Okay. This is very cute. Habits of a regular mind is to delight in gossip. And when you gossip, I mean, how many people gossip and goes like this? Hey, I tell you, he's such a nice person. I cannot believe it. This wonderful thing for us. And then, this is your regular. Nobody want to listen to your gossip. Your gossip is boring. Look, newspapers don't sell good news, right? 90% is bad news, right? It's the same thing. It's gossip. They're your gossips. Do you want to listen to a nice gossip? Then you must well listen to your mind. So the human mind gossips not nice, okay? And it takes a charitable mind to think well and speak well of another. I want you to read this because the next one is when the Suta appears. Exuding your own goodness is par for the regular mind. Meaning, talking how good you are. How good am I? I'm a nice person. It's normal mind. Okay? Talking bad about yourself. You know, I have this problem. I am like this. Sorry. That one is not common. Okay? Now you look at the Sutta. Remember this. Actually, it should have flipped. Sorry. Look at that. What Buddha said. It's a Sutta or Sappurisa. Sappurisa doesn't speak ill of another, even when asked. Let alone when not asked. But when led on by questions, they will speak ill without giving details. Get it? Suppressor speaks well of another, even when not asked. But when you ask, he gives you a lot of details. He does not leave anything out. But when it comes to themselves, it's the other way around. They will tell you, I have this, I am not perfect, I have this problem, I do it like this. That's not very nice. I'm sorry about that. So they will give you details. And they don't go there, yeah, you know, I walk on water. I meditate, I hit 59. And then I can see. How great am I? Yeah? Neither a gossip nor a braggart. Now, if you go into your own life lah, because today you're not like that anymore ma. But there was a time in our life when we know what he meant by not a Sappurisa, yes? Allah, 就是这样咯. But now that you're practicing more, you're learning restraint and all, you'll find that this, you're beginning to identify with this. But actually, in your real life, in your regular life, what it tells you is, you hear someone always talking about themselves, 就是这样咯. You understand my expression, 就是这样, right? I no need to elaborate the expression. 就是这样 doesn't mean it's 这样. It means, it, par for the course. It means that this person is really not nice. No, so yeah, you have to explain in detail, very tiring. So therefore, my code word is 就是这样咯. Right? Sweet. Moving on. This is very cute. I captured it because I want you to see what the Buddha said. But look at how beautiful it is. born in the family for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of the people. For the mother, the father, the children, the partners, the servants, So if you were nice only to the father, mother, and children and wife, then you treat the servant and your staff not so nice, then not nice lah. Friends, colleagues, even remembering your departed ancestors, the departed ones. King, do they know king? Government. Gratitude, deities, ascetics, and Brahmins. I love this little one. It's a great rain cloud, nourishes all the crops for the benefit, welfare, and happiness of the people. And he said this many times. The next line, wise person living at home benefits many people. Neither by day, by night, they neglect their mother, father, they venerate them according to teaching, remembering what they have done. One of settled faith and good nature venerates the homeless, renunciates, meaning the monks, the spiritual practitioners, knowing their good-hearted qualities, and so on and so forth, so on and so forth. Good for everybody. Buddha tired already. Good for everybody. Well grounded in the true teaching. Now, why did I pull this up? Because you will also know for yourself in your life there are people who cause a lot of pain for others. As long as a person is consensually agreed to be the source of everybody's pain, this person is not a Sappurisa. If by consensus a person is the source of everybody's happiness and joy, he is a Sappurisa. And he talks about in the family, what does this mean? This is a lay person. All this while I'm talking about lay people as well as teachers. Meaning you can use for yourself in your own life. Now, if you are the source of none of the above, then you know you must practice, you must change. Okay? But I'm very charitable today. I assume you are all that is said here, or aspiring to be. It's a better word, right? Aspiring to be. Okay, sweet. Aspiring, aspire more. Okay? Now, you know, if you have friends, you know each other's home, you will know. You go to people's house, and the fellow enter, everybody goes quiet. Then the tension goes up. No matter how nice your friend is to you, you must be careful, take a second look. 明白吗? Now, for all the ladies and gentlemen out there looking for his next half, 明白吗? 明不明白? Meaning, you go to people's house, spend time there, and you see how the vibes are. Such a lovely word, vibes, vibration. What the vibrations are, and then you know for yourself, can or not, because it may well be, I'm not saying it definitely will be, but it could be tension from one by osmosis transferred to you. Okay? By osmosis transferred to you in your new house. Looking for a roommate, know all these things, Okay, 来了. Almost there, almost there. What is your MQ? Morality quotient. Are you a source of pain or joy for yourself and the world? And the most important is the third one. Does the world agree with you? Because you sit there, you go, 对，我是 Sappurisa. Everybody, 不是。不是，你自己说的而已。You yourself say only, If you really want to know if your practice is on track, you ask your partner. You ask your partner. You have all the qualities, right? Just like all thankful, braggart, you have all those qualities, right? All the hard quality. Then you compound them into a little list Then you go to your partner and say, can you take what is relevant? And if there is a minus, then you better read what it is so that you can fix it. But if everyone is a minus, 不是啦，不是，你太夸张了，太高攀了，高攀了，对，高攀对啊，太高攀了。You think too much, too highly of yourself. Okay? So, sorry. Yeah, this is my advice to you. 不是我要 brag 啊，不是我要 brag. This book contains a lot of. It's a summation. This one is actually one chapter of five chapters, but this particular one is on the Dhamma. So if you're interested, you go ahead and you download lah. Okay. But later, I need to move on. The Chinese book. Any question? Yes.
Check this one that you said about the killing of creatures, insects. If you don't kill, we use natural repellent like garlic and all those kind of things. It's okay, right?
It's okay.
Okay. Then
You share your natural repellent with everyone because they're also looking for the natural repellent.
yeah, lavender oil.
Sure.
Okay, then you were saying about people who put their parents in the old folks home, right?
Yes.
But there are people who are working,
Yes.
especially, they can't help it. They have to put their parents in the home, so to say.
Yes, so they say yes.
So are they considered bad?
You know, I know what you're saying. In our modern world, with all our priorities and demands, sometimes things you can't help it. Now, whenever we do things, we have to be very clear in our mind. You are doing this as the last resort, and what do you do to compensate? Suppose, let's say you say, this option, I put my parents there, but every night I sit there. Every night after work, I go over and I sit and I spend time. Do they do that? Chances are no, I'm very busy, I can't. Then when do you visit? Once a month. Yeah, thank you. Some will snort already. You see what I'm saying? We can make all kinds of excuses for ourselves and for others. Ultimately, it's your own mind, you must know first. I'm not dogmatic. I'm not so dire. No, I'm not like that. But let's say you feel bad. Hiri otapa. You feel really bad that you have no choice, it has to be done. Then how often do you go and sit? How often do you go and check? Do you call every night to check? Or every other day, or every 3 days? You're so busy. Now, I can say your work takes you out of the country. You're always flying in and out. How? Who's going to look after? I don't have that much money to do that sort of things, huh? So it's priorities. Where is your priority? My priority is my life, my zone, my comfort, my convenience. Then my parents then okay. This is this is the degree of your priorities. There will be others in a very similar situation whose priority could be very different. They feel terrible. They can't sleep doing that. So they won't do it. That's how you can tell. So sometimes you think about it, or if your only child is very hard, but you have like half a dozen. Lolly. Poor lolly is quite half a dozen. 1 dozen? A baker's dozen? And then everybody very problematic. It really boils down to your priorities in life, your own sense of priorities. Whose comfort matters. If gratitude is very much your instinct, or even if you do it, cannot sleep at night, see? And then half the time you keep going there and say, are you okay? I'm so sorry this has to happen right now. But no worries, I'm thinking of a way out. You see what I'm saying? Or, no, it's okay now. He's very happy there, he made a lot of friends there. Oh, what can you say? That is how the mind comforts itself. Oh? You see what I'm saying? Worse, bring parent to JB. Okay. Why? Save money. Like that, no? Priorities. You tell me, your parents will put you in JB to save money? Will your parents put you in JB to save money with the nanny in JB because it's cheaper? Your parents can't do it. He won't. How come you can? Okay? Yeah. Okay. I'm now tattered.
Thank you, sisters. Earlier you mentioned that the Sappurisa as one of the factor in Sotapatti Yangani, as in for the
Forestry entry, a
So,
factor.
Yeah, in this case, in looking at the quality of the Sappurisa, would the knowledge of Dharma for that Sappurisa, would that be
Oh yes, that one will be that.
is there any sutta that refer like how do we look for if the
There
person
are.
has the suitable knowledge?
There are suttas which tell you specifically the Sappurisa. Now those are the Arya Sappurisa, the ones who are already enlightened, and there are suttas that actually tells you they know the path, they know how it's done. But there isn't one where he says he knows this tick, because Dhamma knowledge is not in parts. Dhamma knowledge is a collective whole. The moment the person enters the stream, he will understand, follow through Eightfold Path, Tilakkhana, conditionality, the whole works. What is missing is clinging, the craving. The part that is missing is not knowledge, the part that is missing is craving. Hasn't been able to drop craving properly. Okay? And because you have not dropped craving, defilements still exist. If craving is dropped entirely, defilements no longer arise, will not arise. So you look at the four stages of sainthood, right? The very first one, Sappurisa, is knowledge. Sorry, the very first one, Sotapanna, it's knowledge. His knowledge is there. It's not complete, but it's there. He knows the path, he knows the fruit. He may know the fruit eventually, but he will know the path. And he understands the fundamentals of the Dhamma clearly, but has not understood to the degree that the mind aggregates completely shut down. Because they're still clinging, they're still craving. That is why when the Sotapanna passes away, it is said that he could have 3 more types of rebirth. 3 more. Eka bija, 1 seed. Kula, family to family, 2-3 times he will be reborn as a human. Or the third one is maximum 7 lives. There are 3 types. It's because of craving. When there is craving, there will be becoming. That's all. Okay? So I can't. Yes, there are many. You guys are interested in knowing the rest of the Sappurisa story, right? You go to Suta Central, SUTA Central. You type that, it will pop up. And in the column, in the little magnifying glass on the right, you type in the word Sappurisa. They will all come up in Pali. Then. No. You just click into the alphabet. No, in English also. You click it, yes, you go down the Suta, you just click, then they all pop up for you to see. A lot has been translated, so many, it's incredible. You want to dana a site that is doing the most beautiful Dhamma work, dana to Suta Central. They are doing wonderful work. The languages, in so many languages, they translated the Sutta, the Buddhist discourses. And I think the agamas are appearing already, they're translating the agamas also.
Some suttas, 15 translations,
Yeah.
different languages.
And you can choose which version you want. Some suttas translated by different Bantes, by different ajahn, they're all there. Bhikkhu Bodhi, Bante Bhikkhu Bodhi is also appearing there. But the key ones who have been translating thus far is Ajahn Sujato and Ajahn Brahmali. They are the key ones. Okay? So go in and check for yourself. That's where you will see all the Arya ones. But you guys cannot tell Arya, right? You can't tell, ma. How to tell? As I said, no halo on your head. No, not floating on water, can't tell. So give you hard qualities that you can tell. Any other question? We have another 5 minutes. Final question.
Last question.
Any more question? No more?
No questions for Sister Sylvia, that will be next year. Any questions?
Okay, since nobody asked that. So you were saying for speech.
Wait.
On it first. On it first. Press one.
Hello. Can you? Just now you were saying for speech. Sometimes, like, if you have someone who is very sick,
Yes.
but you say got cancer,
Yes.
but you don't want to tell that person that you're going to
Yes.
say that you have this.
Yes.
They-
Very famous question. 我明白.
That's for speech.
Yes. You know, these are the different permutations that can come about from that type of condition. Someone has terminal illness. And these are the kind of permutations that can come out. Do I have cancer? Number one. Number two, when am I going to die? Number three, will I die? These are the kind of permutations, right? Any more? Any more? How long more? Something like that.
How serious?
How serious? Now, you have to ask the person if you really want to know. If let's say he doesn't know if he has got cancer, is it cancer? You ask yourself, your reluctance to tell, is it really about the person or you? Now I pose this back to you. Suppose you are the one at the receiving end of the cancer. Okay? Then you ask people, am I having cancer? Would you want to know or do you not want to know?
I want to know.
You want to know. How many people don't want to know? Everybody in this room wants to know. Then why you don't tell people?
The mother or the father is very old, cannot.
Old people cannot know. You put out whether I know you want to know or not. No, I'm serious. You must first ask yourself this. You must ask yourself, if you yourself are the one who has been diagnosed, do you want to know or do you not want to know? If you don't want to know, please go tell your family. If I really got cancer, don't tell me. Your family member will tell you, then you don't ask. If you ask, you must be asking for the truth. Point one. So therefore, are you doing the person a favor or doing yourself a favor by not telling? What gives you the right to decide for another he shouldn't know because he cannot take it? You see what I'm saying? So if it's for yourself, I'm serious. For yourself, please tell your family. If you what? Oh, don't tell, don't ask. You think you won't die, is it? Of course we will die. All of us will die. Just don't know when now. So therefore, knowing that we will die, we will tell our family. if I really do come down with cancer, please just tell me. Or, please don't tell me. And then they will say, you don't ask? Okay, agree, we don't ask. Okay, so point one, I'm teaching you. This is one way of dealing with, do I have cancer? The second one is, how long? Now, this one is all about skillful management. Do you know? Do you really know? You don't know, right? Do you know exactly which day? Please tell me which time. Is that possible? Cannot, right? You don't know. You don't know. Actually, you don't even know whether you die faster than him or not. The reality is you don't know. Nobody knows when you die. So, the way to answer is to answer honestly. Honestly, I don't know when it will happen. We know this is cancer, and we know as much as you know, therefore, time can be short. But it can also be longer than we think or imagine. What is important is don't get fixated on time. Prioritize rightly. What are the things we must do, want to do, we do. You are luckier, because you already got your sentence. And that's when you can really focus. One who has no sentence, 高找回 still cannot focus. One with a sentence, even when you are young, you will focus. That's all. Isn't it? Agree? So, you practice lah. Because these things will happen what? To yourself, to your spouse, to your loved one, everybody have a good cry, that's it, we move from there. We start work from there. But you must learn this little. This is skillful answering. This is not lying in any sense of the word. I don't know, it's not a lie. Sooner, definitely, but don't know when. It's not a lie. The wise part comes in. Now focus. Do what is necessary. 你不会死鬼咩？我们没死过咩？ Who say with definitively, this is my first birth. We gone through this don't know how many times. 轮流啊，轮回啊，so 假烂，轮回啊 ，left right, left right, left right. We've done this many times. And sometimes unexpected, sometimes expected, sometimes old age, sometimes drama. So many times. So that's the reality. What is wise is know what to do. What is wiser is you don't wait for the sentence, you start doing. Yesterday at another talk, I was teasing them with this. I said, suppose let's say your children or you will take exam and the teacher said, I'm going to give you a surprise exam. Cruel man, surprise exam. I'm not telling you when. And one day I will spring it on you. Have or not? You worried or not? Your children like that, you worried or not? You make him study or not? Death is lucky more of a surprise. And death is a much bigger deal than exam. If you know you're going to die tomorrow, you do exam. You won't, right? So death is bigger than exam, right? But we all prepare for exam, we don't prepare for death. We're very happy. Exam, mark. Then, how to prepare for death? No, you're preparing your mind to absorb the Dhamma so that when it boom, you start not from base zero or worse, go somewhere else. You want to start back in the Dhamma. Then you say, yeah, but how to prepare? Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard of the Eightfold Path? Go a song out of it. You know, jingle bell. The Eightfold Path is step by step. Then you just go step by step. One, go. Not difficult. In your sleep, you also must be able to recite Samadhi, Sama Sankappa, Sama Vacha, and so go on. Okay, in English it's okay, or Mandarin is okay. Get it? Okay? I'll see you next year.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.